All right, welcome to the You and I podcasts. My name remains Humble Akban and Almighty Yene Queenston.
Almighty.
Esquire Zinega or
Daga.
Daga. Our guest today is a very senior Nollywood actor. One man that has a very successful marriage. He loves his wife so much.
Thank you.
From the little I know about him, he's a very good man. Even the wife is going to be happy that I'm saying good things about her because the wife is my friend. So please help me welcome Mr. Kenneth Ekanem, a Nollywood actor.
AGN.
Thank you, guys. I am both honored and very happy to be here. Very, very happy. Yeah, thank you. Ian, the troublemaker. Ian has refused to change.
She will never change. It's a trademark. In fact, it's in the blood.
I don't get it. I say I will change.
No problem.
So, yeah.
Okay,
Thank
Mr.
you
Kenneth.
for having me.
Okay, Mr. Kenneth. There's a problem. We're trying to see how you can help us structure broken marriages in this society. If you look at during our parents, they had their marriage successful, whether there's food to eat or not. Whatever happens, they stay successful till they die, till they buy. But now, you see a couple today, 2 months later, the marriage is gone. 4 months later, the marriage is gone. Sometimes, you know, come and share I come and see a bit too. I'm asking a young body, so I don't know if it is a normal. Is it a normal or something?
Well, what is normal these days is becoming very, very controversial. You made a very salient point when you did mention that our parents used to live together even when things were tough, when things were not going smoothly financially. We have to be very particular about finance as a strong factor. But before we go into finance in deep terms, let me say this. One of the biggest reasons why marriages are failing is because people are going into marriage and they don't know what marriage is. In life, everything we do in life is about essence. There's a reason you're eating. That's why when you don't eat, when the body needs it, the body reacts and you have what we call hunger. If you must get from a particular location to another, there are things, is either you trek, you use a motorcycle, you drive, anyhow. So now, the essence of life is very important. But nowadays, people have deleted essence in their lifetime, in their lifestyle. Now, ask this question, what's the essence of marriage? Many people will fail.
Wow.
Many people will fail. So people are marrying for the wrong reasons. Many people are marrying for the wrong reasons. Another problem is many people are desperate.
Wow. Wrong reasons, desperation.
That's right.
Okay. I think Ian. I think there's someone that said something the other time that the friend, whenever they're in their house, the husband will complain and she's holding phone, complaining. So could it be that social media is also a factor that marriages are broken?
Social media is a strong factor. Like I said, for the fact that people don't know the essence of marriage and people don't know why they are coming together. Now, the major thing is foundation. How did you start? From getting your partner, it's a serious issue. And getting exactly who you want. Truth be told, that every man and every woman, they have what they need from a man in marriage. But again, what you need may not be exactly what marriage needs. So the foundation is coming together. How did you people come together? Did you people, when I talked about desperation, two people coming together, they want to marry. You may want to marry because I have married. Wrong reason. You may want to marry because you think you've reached a certain age. Your mates have married. Wrong reason. Marriage is something you should feel enough conviction. You understand? And when we talk about capacity to marry is not really money. Because there's a point, there's a place, there's a time in marriage that money will not solve that. The essence of marriage is for companionship. So if you are going to get married, you people have to agree on at least 90% of things together. Now, what is companionship in the place of marriage? Companionship is that these are two. I love the Bible. The Bible says, a man shall leave his father, so shall a woman leave his father and mother and cleave together. The place of cleaving together is companionship. Now, companionship has to do with agreement on almost everything. That's why, like myself and my wife and I, we have what we call our family values. We've drawn out values, and we have to agree. Okay, we agree on everything because we are coming to stay together forever. I am a believer of the fact that marriage is forever. So you have to agree on everything. And that also has to do with when you're picking your partner.
No, don't point at me. It's not about me.
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. So you have to also be sure that as you're picking your partner, that's where 90% of people in failed marriages fail. Okay. When you were picking that partner of yours, did your partner align with the things that form the value for you, for a man or woman?
Kenneth, what if you want to take me as a partner? You bring out your values. We agree on the values, and everybody agrees.
Okay.
But in the marriage, I deviate from the values. Because, human beings, like you said, marrying for the wrong reason. I may agree to the values because I want to marry you.
Okay, yes,
maybe
that's a good point.
Maybe I love you.
Okay.
Because, like I always say, I feel love is not enough for marriage.
Yes, of course.
Is it true that love is not enough for marriage?
Well, yes and no.
Okay, you continue.
Let's finish with it.
So, I may come in, then in the marriage, I may tell you, like you say, so you know that this person, after you talk about agreeing, that people agree. I agree. My wife and I, we agree. Fine, we agree because we want to marry.
Verbally.
So inside the marriage,
yeah.
Please. Leave me alone. Let me relax. Or the man too. The core, the values. It's not the man alone that has value. Yeah. Women too have.
Of course.
You talk your own, I talk my own.
Of course.
You agree because you want to marry, I agree. But in the marriage, you don't want to do my own. Me, I do your own. Or I don't want to do your own. In that case.
That's when the man is the head of the family.
Now, in that case, first and foremost, that person has violated that agreement. Marriage has many phases. At some point, you know that marriage is an agreement between two people. But people fail to understand the idea of agreement. Agreement is coming together to say, this thing, we must do it the same way. Now, misunderstandings may come, but if someone purportedly, knowingly violates those agreements and wants to stand alone, that person has already been the factor for that failed marriage. That person is the reason for that failed marriage. That's why they say marriage is not for children. Marriage is for adults. Why am I saying this? What makes you an adult? Maturity is one of the factors. So how are you mature? By having the capacity to keep to your words. That's why I tell people, I may joke with Humble, my brother. I say, go and marry. When we talk one-on-one, I know what I tell him. He will tell you. I tell him, guys, see, this is this, so you must do this, so no, forget that play with the play. I cannot force anyone to marry. It has to come from you. Because, you think like, for instance, I have been married for years now. You think that everything that's going on in my marriage now is because that's how I wanted it. No. But I'm happy, you know why? Because I've grown with maturity to understand that it can't be always me. I'm the man of the house. Anybody that does that, you're not going to have a... See, don't be deceived that by imposing things on your wife, you have a successful marriage. You don't. That's not a successful marriage. A successful marriage is that marriage that the both parties are happy with each other.
Okay. I hear people say so many things about marriage. So the question I would throw to you is like this. What's the biggest conception about marriage And how can couples prepare for reality? Biggest misconceptions, sorry. What's the biggest misconceptions about marriage?
There are a lot of misconceptions. Thank you for that question. There are so many misconceptions about marriage. One of them is that if you have money, your marriage will be successful. It won't.
If you have money, your marriage will be successful.
Yes.
And you're saying it will not.
It will not alone. Yes, it will not.
It will not.
That
Alone, God bless you, Yene. That alone will not make your marriage success. I hear a lot of young men say that. They leave all these girls, make your money.
When you have
the moment
money,
you make money, you go to select girls. No. You will select girls to sleep with. You won't select girls to marry. In marriage, you need more than money. You need, like you said, more than love. Because your own understanding of love may betray you. My own understanding of love is that love is foundational. Love is sacrificial. Love is understanding. Love listens. Love is ready to adjust. Love is ready to give up. Seriously, I give up things for my wife to be happy. And my wife gives up things for me to be happy. That's why I am successful. So when you see people that want to stamp, there are women that the moment they have money more than their husband becomes the boy.
Becomes nothing. For
Nothing.
them.
So you see that money as a factor now has messed them up. There are men that when they have money, they are going to pick different women. There are men that when they don't have money, you see them, they look good. The moment they have money. So money is, that was why I said yes and no.
Okay. So let's look at the reverse.
Okay? How
Can-
money helps.
Can
Can you have a successful marriage without money?
Yes, you can.
you can have a successful marriage without money?
Yes, you can.
How will you pay house rent? How
What?
will you?
How will you foot the
How will
minor
you
bills, the normal
pay
things
school
that
fees and
No. School fees is not marriage. Rent is not marriage. Marriage is you and your wife. Let me even shock you. Your children is not marriage. I will give you an example. In my own family. You know our family house here? in
Yes,
Europe?
I do.
You know how big and beautiful that house is?
Yeah, sure.
Now, all of us we have 5 children, 2 girls, 2 boys. The 2 girls are married, 2 boys are married, 1 boy is not married, but all of us have left that family.
na me go marry that boy.
I went to see my parents yesterday.
Okay.
The house was just there. You know my parents.
Quiet.
Now, why did I say that every other factor is not marriage? The house is left with my mom and dad to live their
That's
life.
the husband. They are married now.
Now, that is now that one now can't be marriage. Now, one mistake people make is that, I will love this my children. Are you mad? I love my children. People that know me know I am an intentional father. Okay. But my wife is the pivot on which my marriage stands to spin. I beg your pardon. So money will help you. Money helps the home. Money helps the flow. Listen, I made a post this morning on Facebook. I said, if you buy love, you will not be able to pay till the end.
If you buy love.
If you bought love, you will never be able to pay to the end. Because the pivot on which that relationship spins is money. And believe me, that's not marriage. Now, why am I saying this? There are times that I don't know husbands and wives who struggle financially. They are. So when that time comes, how will marriage be what will keep, how will money be what will keep your marriage? There are people that have struggled in their marriage and they cannot pay their rent. They cannot pay their children's school.
So where are they living?
Now, no, it's not about living. See, if you cannot pay rent, does it mean that you die? No. If you cannot pay rent today, does it mean that you will not be able to pay rent? A man who cannot pay rent today can have his own house and have tenants tomorrow. So now, the main time your marriage is tested is when struggles come. When there's no money to foot bills in your house, that's when you know if your wife was the right person. If your wife can stand out. What do you call love when someone cannot stand by you?
Okay. So at this point that the marriage is being tested.
Yes.
If
God bless you. Tested.
If infidelity sets in, because the wife needs money to take care of the house. If infidelity sets in, what will you do as someone that cannot take care of your family as at that time?
If infidelity sets in, these are individual things. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you now on this microphone. I have had financial struggles in my marriage. But that did not move my wife to infidelity. Because I knew who I married. I did not pick my wife from a beautiful girl, a beautiful face. I did not pick my wife from a big nyash. I did not pick my wife as someone who can do a lot of things on social media. I picked her because, listen, every man has the kind of woman you want in your life. So is every woman. From the physical looks, there are men that are like fine legs, big nyash, big breasts, fine face, tall, short face, and all of that. Believe me, at that point, if that is all you choose a woman from, you're going to fail. What if you choose a guy who has money today and tomorrow is broke? Has it not been happening in society? So now, what makes marriage, marriage? What makes love, love? Is when love and marriage is tested. In the case of if infidelity sets in, I may sound proud, but it won't set in my marriage. I have had my financial struggles. I have had it. Do you know why it did not set in? Because before marrying my wife, I have seen my wife. I said, okay, this is the girl I want physically. I now move to spiritual.
Okay.
Some people may not believe in God. I am a Christian, and I want it that way.
Papa, speak to us.
I want it the Christian way. I check that part. So today, me and my wife, we sit down, we talk about everything. We share in our struggles. We cry together. We move during those periods of financial struggle. We put our heads together. I remember one situation. My wife I thought someone was owing me a huge amount of money. So we tried everything. We couldn't get the money. And the money would have moved a lot of things. And then I was broken in my room. So I left my wife. We were sitting together. I was thinking, my wife, and you have to marry someone that knows you. When I'm down, even without saying it, even without too much expression, my wife knows. So she came to me and said, baby, you left me.
For the baby.
So baby. Stop that nonsense. So you didn't know.
Yeah, somebody's baby.
So all this while you've been rough handling me.
I don't know.
So my wife came to me and said, baby, so because of money now, you've left me. You know, at that point, I was the one who I would think, as the man, you're supposed to talk to your wife, talk her out of this mood, this lack.
What is the biggest pressures of marriages today?
Pressure.
Yes. What's this pressure in marriages that is leading to all these things?
Well, the biggest pressure, one of them is competition.
Okay.
One of them is competition. You see, a lot of people, they want to do what others are doing. You see, the yardstick for measuring success becomes what that guy is doing. Remember before now, people used to live very simple lives. Marriage is a two-man affair. That's why I don't believe in polygamy. Marriage is between one man and one woman. Wow. The best marriages will come with one man and one woman. And if you think that someone who goes for more women will stop being promiscuous, you're deceiving yourself. If you like marry 100 wives, you'll still go out looking for other women. But the moment you can keep to one wife, and then you start to learn how to keep to one woman, sir, your marriage will be successful.
Wow, that's interesting. So how do you define a successful marriage?
I define a successful marriage from the standpoint of first, understanding the essence of marriage, and then having the capacities to stand for and with each other at all times. Because a successful marriage, in a nutshell, is a marriage where the two people have agreed together in all things. If they agree together, you see, the Bible is very clear. It says cleave. When you cleave, it means you hold on. Like they say, when you are together, you're more successful than when you are scattered. You can't be in home. I hear people say, my wife goes to apostolic church. My husband goes to deeper life. Are you mad? Are you okay?
Oh, so you're not in support of that?
I'm not. It's wrong. It simply means you people are not together. Marriage is supposed to be together forever. The moment there's a deviation in such things like this one is going this way and this one. See, listen, if I had known, I would have brought my family, the framework of my family value. We wrote out, me and my wife, we sat down one day, we agreed on our belief and faith, our education, our moral stance, our ideas and philosophies about everything in life is enshrined in our family values. So that will cover you, so that when this one does this, see, listen. Marriage is like this. Two people come from different backgrounds. So for you to say you have been successful in marriage, it means as you come together, you've been able to sit off the things that you refuse to agree. Iyene is a political scientist. Iyene knows in politics there's something, in agreement with constitutions. Do you know what happened? The world was void with people doing what they like. But people decided to come together and say, okay, this thing. That's why they say in law that your right stops at the beginning of that infringement at another person's right. So in marriage, when you come together, you see for what you don't agree and agree on everything together. That makes a successful marriage.
Okay, that's good. Now, have you met a friend before? Because from the look of things, you've not had a broken marriage before. So have you seen someone that has a broken marriage? And
Many.
What has been the lesson and what has been the experience?
Many. I'm going to use, for instance, you see Tiwa Savage. When she came out, she said that, Tiwa Savage said that if she had known, they asked her, said if she had known, she would not have brought her marriage issues to social media. Another problem with broken marriage is that people go into marriage not choosing the right partner, not agreeing on everything that they know. They hide some things so that they can marry. They hide some things so that they can marry. And at marriage, those things become conflicts. And that forms a lot of breakages.
Because they were not open, right?
Yeah, they were not open.
Okay, Mr. Kenneth, I would like you to advise people that are in marriage how they can stay in marriage. Because, now, like Humble said, we have a lot of...
I know about that.
I don't understand
100%.
What is going on.
You're right. 100%.
Maybe, I don't get it. But daily we have cases of divorce. So what advice do you have for people intending to marry like Humble and people in marriage?
You are not intending to marry.
I am still thinking about
On a
it.
serious
You're still
note,
thinking about it.
That's a very salient point. On a serious note, my advice would be this. First, when you're choosing your partner, for those intending to marry, when you're choosing your partner, make sure you don't pretend. Make sure you're not hypocritical about it. If it doesn't work, if the person, it is better for you to stop that relationship before marriage than you thinking you marry.
It will change.
I hear people say a lot of things, it will change. I will train her. The Bible says train up a
child,
not an adult.
An adult.
It is an adult that is supposed to marry. Say, I will train my wife. I will train my husband. You won't train. It won't work for you. So it's a choice you make. Those choices will reflect either left or right for you. People in marriage, one of the reasons that is making people in marriage struggle is the fact that they're not truthful to themselves. They're not faithful. One of the facts about faithfulness and truthfulness is if you are cheating on your partner, it's a big deal. It's certainly, the devil is working on you. The devil has never been happy about marriage because it's an institution of God. Marriages bring good homes. Good homes bring good societies. And good societies produce good people. It's that simple. Make your right choice and make sure you stay to your words, to your truth. I wasn't into marriage as a perfect person, but I made up the decision. I became intentional. God bless you. I became intentional. I said, one of the things that make me to stay faithful in my marriage is the fact that I feel bad. I would feel bad if my wife discovers that I'm cheating and then she will be broken. So because I love my wife that much, I decided to struggle and God helped me. It's that simple.
That's good. Thank you very much. In the course of planning to get married, I'm going to be intentional.